Good morning, my name is Abby, this is Craft Studio, and I am here again to share some things that I have been working on these past few weeks. I do have some crochet, I do have some knitting, and I do have some quilts I want to share with you. They're not quilts that I've made, they are family heirloom quilts, but I thought you would enjoy seeing them. I do have two of them, so I will share that later on. And I do have a book to share with you also. So if you want to, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or water or whatever you like to drink and just sit back and enjoy what all the good yarny things we have going today. It is a beautiful morning this morning. I got up early and took the dog out and got ready, and I have some running around to do later on, but thought I would get this out of the way first thing. So I have been following along with JaydaInStitches, her calendar blanket for this year, which is Granny's Magical Cupboard. I've been enjoying that. Sometimes I just need something kind of simple and easy to do and slower paced. Hers is 1 block a month, so I'm able to keep up fairly well. I have added some new colors. In first time around, I was just going to do 1 color. She had suggested 3 colors, so now I'm doing a little bit more than 3 colors. But you know me. So I'll show you the first block that I was doing. So this was the doubles, V's and doubles, I think. So I did a couple more of these. I did it in a red, and I've not weaved in my ends yet. Kind of a dark red. And then I also did it in this really pale green, which I thought was really pretty. So I've got those 3 blocks. Then you remember this block. This is called the 4 corners. I think it's 4 corners granny, and you use 2 strands of yarn. And it's hard to see the design because it's gray and blue, and they kind of mesh together. So I went ahead and did this one in red and white, so you can see the design now because you've got 2 very high contrasting colors. So I really like the look of this. I think this is beautiful. And then I also did a 3rd one in this green and then speckled yarn. So I thought that looked really awesome. I love this. And this is a very thick, dense block because you've got the stitches are so close together, so there's no holes. Just really pretty. I really like this look. So that is the 4 corners granny. And then this was the stacked shells. This was the very first block. This was the block for January. And I did this one. I have not weaved in my ends yet. Sorry about that. I did it in this kind of coral and I don't know, white color. So you can really see the design now when you have the 2 different colors and just the 1 color. And then I also did it in this blue and green. Now this is a not variegated, ombre, so it changes color, so it goes from blue to green. And then I did it in this speckled yarn also. And I haven't not weaved in my ends yet. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys because I was so excited how nice they turned out. I really like the color changes in the blocks. And her newest block that just came out, I'm sorry, it did not come out on the 1st of June like I had originally said in my last video. It comes out on the 1st Friday of the month, so that was my mistake. Sorry about that. The new one that came out was this, it's called an Irish Rose Granny. Now, I did not do this exactly like she did. Her flower was 3D and stands up pretty tall. I just did you know, kind of a flat flower. It is 3 layers, but they kind of lay on top of each other. So it's not as three-dimensional as hers, but I liked this one a little bit better. So I've just got one done right now. I am working on the second one. I still have to do the third one. But yeah, so I decided I will do each block 3 times in 3 different colors. If I like a particular one, I may do more of them, but this is what I'm doing right now. And I do like the look of that. I think that'll be pretty. The other one I had, in case you didn't see it, this is the framed granny. I am going to do more of these. I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it in the orange and then the green and blue with the speckled yarn. So that's really pretty. And then this is the Jacob's Ladder, which I may leave last because this one, although it's very pretty and it's not difficult, it's just very fiddly and there's a lot of steps, and so this one takes a little bit longer. So, but I think this will be very pretty in, you know, more than one color. I will probably just use solid yarn. I probably won't use the speckled just because I want the stitching to show up more than the yarn. So, all right, so that is the JaydaInStitches calendar blanket 2024. That's all I've got done so far anyway. This is actually not a part of the blanket itself. This is actually the swatch pattern, but I liked it so much I'm actually going to use it in the blanket. So this is the heart block. This is the one I did first, and I'm just using the Crafty DK yarn instead of the Stonewash Shabby's yarn. I'm using this instead. This is the one I did next. This is the Sunshine block. I don't know if you can see the design too well. It's not showing up too good in the camera, but I really like these colors. And then this is the butterfly block, which I just finished this last night, or no, yesterday. I just finished this yesterday. So this is the butterfly block. I really like that design. Really, really fun, really beautiful. And I did block these. I still need to weave in my ends, as you can see. Still have the ends hanging out. And then last night I finished, and I blocked it overnight, but this is this Blossom? I think this is Blossom. This is the Blossom block. So I need to actually take out the pins and take it off the blocking board. It's not that these were curling real bad or anything, but I wanted to kind of stretch out the corners. But this is the Blossom, and I thought that was really pretty too. So hopefully you can see that okay. Ooh, there you go. There you go. So these are really fun to work on and really pretty. I'm not going to do every block. I'm doing a fall theme, if you haven't noticed. Doing greens, blues, reds, more dark colors for fall. I thought this would be a pretty fall blanket. But yeah, I'm not going to do all the squares. I've chosen ones that I like. There are some that I didn't care for, so I'm going to leave those out. But the ones I like, I'll do more of. But anyway, so yeah, I really like these colors. I thought these were really pretty together. So that is that. Okay, so my knitting, I have been doing a couple things, just little things. I started doing just some garter stitch with this Patton's Croy Socks yarn. I thought it would be pretty. This is all striping yarn, and I've got it in my little basket here, and I just thought I would make strips and then stitch them together. I was following along with Knit with Daphne, and she's got a lot of books and then tutorials and patterns that they're all have available now for free download. So I did download some of her books and patterns, and she did the domino knitting, which I'm really wanting to learn, but also she has a joining method for knitting, which I wanted to learn. So I thought I would make some either strips or squares and then stitch them together to make kind of like something that looks like a crazy quilt. But garter stitch is so easy, and it's very relaxing. So I've been doing a little bit of that, and also I will share that channel, the YouTube channel, Knit with Daphne. I will share that down in the description box. I'll put a link there if you want to go check that out. I highly recommend it. And then also one of her patterns, or is it her book, and she suggested this book, and I went ahead and picked that up. Got it $4 on Thrift Books, I think it was. Yeah. So this is Knitting on the Edge by Nikki Epstein, and I was looking through this and found this beautiful, it's called a fill-in, I think, insert. It's called the Raised Leaf Insert. So, but most of this book is with knit borders or edging for blankets and other projects. But I saw this and just had to try it, and I just thought this was so much fun and so beautiful. I really love this. When I was doing when I started the pattern, I think I missed a row, but the knits and purls were reversed. So I wrote out the pattern myself to follow along with, and then it was reversed again. So I had to rip it back a few rows, well, at least 5 rows, and redo it because it wasn't lining up. Because when you have a design like this, it's on the purl background, and then these are knit stitches, and then on the reverse you have these are knit stitches and these are purl. So anyway, when they're reversed, the design is not going to show up. So anyway, I had to redo that. But anyway, I really like this, and there's lots more of these leaf-like designs, and they're absolutely beautiful and amazing. And they're not very difficult. They look difficult, and but it's just knit and purl stitches, and then yarn overs and knit 2 together. I mean, it's pretty simple. Now I do have to mark out the rows and then check them off as I do them. Otherwise I do kind of tend to lose my place, and then I forget what I just did, and that causes mistakes and mess ups. And I do not want to have to go back and, you know, try to redo stuff or repair it, fix my mistake if I don't have to, because it's very difficult. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. I did do a little bit of work on my knit raindrop block when we were on our trip. It's just, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. But anyway, not enough to really show you to say, hey, look what I did. I did maybe 5 rows. I did try to knit in the car on our trip, and it was going well until my needle got caught on my seat belt, or my the bag strap, and I dropped a stitch. And so I was able to fix it, but I waited until we got to the hotel where we were sitting still. So I did not knit in the car after that because I was afraid that would happen again. But perhaps I will try again next time and see if I can actually knit in the car without dropping a stitch. quilt I wanted to show you. This was on my side of the family. This is a family heirloom quilt, and my mother does not know exactly who made it, but it was found when my great-grandmother passed away. It was in amongst her things, so we don't know if she made it or possibly her mother made it. This is hand stitching. This is the Dresden plate, and there are some pieces missing, some pieces that have been redone and then worn and then redone again. But this is a very large quilt as well. And this is actually the one that my mom was using kind of as a template or a pattern, and we were working on one that she wants to make herself. And that's in a couple videos ago, but we have been working on it. So anyway, but this just uses scrap pieces of fabric, all different colors, has a white background, white center, and then I really like this edging. Let's see if we can get a little closer look. There are some stains there, but the edging also has these, I'm not sure what you call them, the fans, spindles, I'm not sure. But anyway, it has it on three sides. So this would have been the top of the bed where it goes over the pillows. The other three sides have this border on them. So anyway, very beautiful quilt, and very well done. This quilt in an old chest. This was my husband's mother's. I don't know if she made it or his grandmother made it, but this is a very old quilt, and I thought it was just beautiful. So I wanted to share with you. As you can see, it does have some holes in it where the fabric and the lining have been worn. So it's obviously used quite a bit. But I just thought it was beautiful. It does not look like hand stitching. It looks like it does have machine stitched. But the fabric is very faded. It's very thin. It does have just a plain white background. But they used all kinds of different fabrics, but I really love the design of it. Is really pretty, and they did a great job, obviously, whoever made it, but I just really like the colors. It does have some stains on it, but other than that, it is a beautiful quilt. It's very slow going through and cutting each little strip, and then you turn it over and have to cut this, but it's on there really good. But this is the old binding I had put on, and it's a kind of a satin binding. I used a special stitch, and it's just on there really good. So I have to be very slow, careful, go and then just cut it out so I can put on the new binding. I might make this quilt a little bit bigger also. I haven't decided yet. I might add some more fabric to the sides because it's more long than it is wide. I was just going to make it for like the back of our couch. But if I want to make it for a quilt that we can use, then I need to make it a little bit bigger. I think it's long enough, it just needs to be wider. Yeah, this is going to take a while. This is the quilt I am working on right now. It is not done. I do have the front and the back put together. I have the binding there. It does have the quilting. I just need to do the binding. I need the backing, I'm sorry. The front, the batting, and the back is on. I need to do the binding. So it is not finished. It's not finished. So it's still a work in progress, but this is my fall quilt, and it's a beautiful quilt, but I need to finish it. So I will share that when I get more done. I'm still trying to take off the binding that I had put on originally, but it's on there pretty good, so I have to sit and get that off. But yep, so those are my 3 quilts.